So give me a little background, who you are, what you are, and stuff like that.
Okay, my name is Jay Petersen. I live in Tucson, Arizona, Pima County, and I've been there since 1991, moved there from Minnesota. And I have 3 master's degrees, one in social work from ASU, and one in music, and one in Eastern philosophy and religion, and a degree in art. I'm a visual artist for 33 years, and I've been sober and clean 33 years. I have background in working with homeless people and veterans here in Arizona and counseling people. And I'm pretty concerned about people's physical integrity and safety. Homeless people have been jacked around a lot in Tucson by police. I did a thesis the governor used for 5 years to help make policy for the state of Arizona when I got my master's in social work. I interviewed homeless women in Tucson. It was the most thoroughly done thesis on the largest population sample ever done in America on homeless people, homeless women. Yes.
Which governor?
Napolitano. Yeah, she used it for 5 years to help make policy. And some things were changed, but what we discovered was that, like the 12 women I interviewed in the jail, they either weren't given medications that they had been prescribed to before they went into jail, or they all got generic medications. You know, one had a miscarriage in jail. There was medical attention that should have been provided that wasn't. And they were, you know, clearly the psychiatrist was way overwhelmed. You know, they couldn't do his job. And so it was pretty sad. Like many people in Arizona, I've followed through the media what's been going on in this state, and it's pretty frightening. It's pretty terrifying. I mean, I hate to be a Hispanic person, quite frankly. I mean, it's pretty bad. I know I've been pulled over, and like a policeman has put his face in my window, you know, right in my face, you know, and practically touched me and smelled me like for alcohol, and I'd have to say, I just came from an AA meeting, you know. I mean, he was like, oh, I don't know what to do, you know, and then just left me, you know, at the checkpoint. But it's very intrusive,
right? And
it's invasive, and there seems to be a whole culture that continues to be out of control in this state. And with what I've read, you know, it's up here, especially like wrongful death suits,
right?
Hoods being put over people's heads.
What's that all about? Hoods?
You know, I don't know. It's as far as I'm concerned, it's a torture technique.
Absolutely.
But people have been put in restraint chairs. You know, they've been put out like in Tent City, exposed to 139-degree temperatures. I mean, and how they can get away with this is very frightening. You know, I don't get it. Why people keep voting these people in. You know.
Exactly, because it starts at the top.
Right.
Yeah, the lawmakers are the one that. You know.
Right, there's no accountability, there's no, I mean, these people should be, their feet should be at the fire.
Right.
You know, voters should say enough, you know, unless it happens to them, they don't seem to get it, except in Pima County, we get outvoted, you know, because there's mostly Democrats and we get outvoted. And this Maricopa thing, it's been going on for years. It's like, they get the most money, they get, whatever's going on up here with these Republicans, it's like they get to dictate what's going on. And as far as I'm concerned, the only minor renaissance we had was when Janet Napolitano was governor. I loved her.
It seemed like the state moved pretty well.
It did.
It went by pretty well. Everybody got along.
Yeah, she fired the previous prison head of the state. She got a new person in, and things started to change. And like for women, you know, they began to get some halfway houses so that they could go from jail, instead of going to Miracle Mile,
yeah,
or to their sugar daddy or something, they would have halfway houses to go to. But now things are just really going backwards again. You know? I mean,
what do you think the cause of that is? I mean, why are we going backwards?
Well, for one thing, we don't have enough representation of Maricopa County from Pima County.
Sure.
The Democrats are always outvoted.
Also, northern Arizona is suffering also. I
yes.
mean, being a small market with legislature and whatnot.
Right, because the hub is in Maricopa County.
Right.
It controls
right.
the state.
Right.
And whatever's going on here is pretty much whatever they want to dictate.
Right.
It's really scary. It's, you know, so what else would you like to?
Well, what else? Other studies or your experience? I mean, you've got what 3 degrees and everything. You're a highly educated man. What else do you see out there that? I mean, it's a police state. We know it's almost virtually a police state now. What can we do to possibly reverse this trend, or what, what do you think?
With things like this, information that any human being could relate to.
Sure.
If it could happen to them.
Right.
Instead of saying, well, I'm not Hispanic, so it'll never happen to me, or I'm not black, it'll never happen to me, or whatever. It could happen to them.
That is what we're bringing out today. We're talking with every race, color, size, everything, and everybody's got similar stories.
Right. Plus this building of prisons and this downgrading of education is wrong, because you've got illiteracy, and that's, you've got people with third-grade educations going into prison, and there's no rehabilitation. And when you humiliate people, it only pisses them off more.
Right.
And they just, there's no respect and dignity for a single human being life. I mean, that's what came out of Nuremberg. The value of a single human being.
Might makes right. Yeah.
So, in my opinion, it's going to have to be the moderate Republicans that's going to have to tip this state. I know I've been working for Giffords over in District 8, and it's a Republican-dominated district, but we've been winning there the last two times because of the work that's been done, and because they're sensible, common-sense people. So I think it's going to have to be...
It's a matter of education.
Right. Bringing the facts out.
Okay.
And not buying into fear. The
Right.
climate of fear.
Absolutely.
That really is bad.
Well, I really appreciate you coming down and spending some time with us. Is there any parting words, any bright outlook you might want to pass along to us? Anything at all to finish up with?
I think that we just have to continue to persevere, doing the right thing, and not let fear dominate our thinking.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Keep educated, and not give up.
Let's not give up. Arizona and America. Jay, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks for coming down.
Bye, Ray.